I thought the event was fantastic. Like, it was amazing to hear such incredible women, take the time to talk about their stories. It was really inspiring.
Did you have any highlights from today's session?
I think it was just really interesting to see women at different stages of their career. So to see where things have gone and where things still can go. And for us who are probably at the beginning of our careers, what we still need to do towards getting it more towards the 50-50, which we haven't achieved yet.
Fantastic. How about yourself?
I think it's really great how they talk about, not being afraid, and it's building the confidence of all the women in the audience that, one day we can do what we dream of doing, and there's really nothing stopping us but ourselves. So it's really inspiring.
Yeah, so what would be your key takeaway, or what did you enjoy most about this evening?
I think just learning about the trajectories of their careers, and you see people in quite influential positions, but you don't necessarily know the ins and outs of how they got there. And I think definitely in this sector, like any women's insights, are really valuable.
Just curious to hear your thoughts about what you liked most about the event tonight.
I thought there was some really good advice given from two women who had made a big contribution in their field and had clearly been able to do so by virtue of their courage and fortitude, I guess, in what was probably a pretty heavily male-dominated environment when they were coming up through the ranks.
I thought it was a really, really effective event. I think for some of us, seeing particularly Professor Triggs, who's at the height of her career, I think, in Australia, seeing some of the insights and the lessons that she's learnt through her long career in Australia is quite invaluable for some of us who are at the beginning of our careers.
I thought it was brilliant. It was really inspiring. We were actually just talking about one of the key messages is applying for things that you maybe don't think you're a necessary perfect fit for. Maybe being a year ahead of what you necessarily think is your ideal starting point for a position, having a go.
We were just saying that our key takeaway was the fact that for women to really rise in these kinds of areas, they have to challenge the norm. It's something of an uphill battle. Women kind of have to overcome their own notions of where their place is and what kind of achievements and qualifications they should have in order to do a job, and really put themselves out there in order to achieve what they want to achieve.